welcome to chapter 22. Hope you enjoy. Cat Noir shortly arrived back home. As he landed on his bedroom floor, he closed his window and miserably released his transformation. Adrian hopelessly threw himself at his desk chair. Of course he loved Ladybug still, but now he also had another beautiful raven-haired girl held within his heart. Her bluebell eyes mesmerized in his thoughts, and a blush formed across his cheeks. Plagg noticed and smirked.
"Ooh, kid, you got a crush on the baker girl?"
Plagg jerked as he held back a chuckle. Adrian glared at his friend.
No, Plagg. I mean...
He paused. He was in denial, but his heart knew the truth. Adrian Agreste had fallen in love with the doting baker girl, Marinette Dupencheng.
Does that mean we get to live off bread? And most importantly, camembert pie? Camembert sandwiches? Oh, and camembert cake?
Plagg screeched dreamily.
Plagg?
Adrian said defensively as he found himself fighting another blush. Adrian frowned.
"I don't know what to do, Plagg,"
he said. Plagg smiled.
"Wanna talk about it?"
he squeaked.
"It's just... I love Ladybug, but I also love Marinette,"
Adrian muttered. Plagg smiled. He knew the truth. Plagg knew that both the girls Adrian held in his heart were the same. However, he wasn't allowed to tell his favorite holder any information. Plagg sighed.
Well, kid, just follow your hearts. Maybe tell the two of them about your feelings for the other,"
he said, trying to be helpful. Adrian smiled.
"Thanks, Plagg. That's really helpful."
Plagg smiled.
"Okay, but now I want my cheese as a payment."
Adrian chuckled.
"Of course, Plagg."
He laughed as he handed his beloved Kwame some cheese. Adrian had a thought.
"Plagg, I really want to check up on Marinette,"
he whispered as a blush was again rising to his cheeks. Plagg smirked.
"So, who are you going as?"
Adrian smiled.
"Well, I was hoping to go as Cat Noir, since Marinette seems more comfortable around me that way,"
he said as he looked to the ground. He hated that Marinette felt uncomfortable or awkward around him, but he thought it must be because of her feelings for him.
"Well, I'm all cheesed up, kid,"
Plagg said.
"Plagg, transform me!"
Adrian shouted as he was then replaced with Cat Noir. Cat Noir jumped out of his bedroom window and was careful to make little to no noise as he did. He extended his staff towards the buildings in front of the Agreste mansion and swung. Shortly after, Cat Noir arrived on Marinette's balcony. Just like this, his excitement was converted to despair. Marinette was crouched up on her balcony floor, and she was crying. Marinette didn't notice the thump behind her, as she was too busy crying. Her heart was shattered. She loved Adrian. She loved Cat Noir, but he didn't love her. Her eyes felt sore and puffy. Her throat was dry, and her head throbbed with pain.
"Marinette,"
Cat softly spoke. Marinette jolted, instantly recognizing the sweet voice. She didn't want him to see her like this. She was full of panic. Marinette rubbed her eyes harshly, desperate to cover her pain. Cat Noir set a clawed hand on her shoulder.
Marinette, talk to me,
Cat whispered. Marinette hesitantly turned to face him.
Oh, Cat,
Was all she spoke before she was pulled into a warm embrace. Cat Noir held one hand securely around her waist, and another was softly stroking her raven hair.
It's okay, Mari,
He muttered into her hair. Marinette allowed herself to be held in his arms. She felt a sense of safety. Cat hesitantly pulled back after a moment. He wanted to ask Marinette why she was crying. Marinette noticed his new expression and froze. What would she tell him?
Marinette, why were you crying? Who has made you cry this much?
Cat demanded, failing to hide his anger. His anger wasn't aimed at Marinette, but at the fool that made her cry until she looked unwell. Cat could see the tension in Marinette's posture. She tensed up after his question.
well, it's because of the boy I'm in love with.
Cat's heart snapped. He was the fool? But what had he done? He was angry at himself now.
What has that idiot done?
Cat yelled, trying to protect his identity, still not knowing that Marinette already knew, and she continued to play along because she was scared. Scared of rejection all over again.
Well, today I confessed my love for him, and I thought he loved me too, but he told me that there's someone else.
She sniffled as she wiped away the tear-stained mascara beneath her eyes. Cat was very confused. Marinette hadn't been rejected by him today, nor had she confessed today. Something was very wrong.
But I don't understand. You never confessed to me, that boy today?
Cat said as he panicked, trying to cover up his slip of the tongue. Marinette frowned.
Sorry, I can't share much information here,
She said plainly, almost as though her emotions had been drained from within her. Cat's frown matched hers. Marinette wanted to tell him, wanted to confess to being his ladybug, but she was afraid.
Anyways, Cat, tell me who is your crush?
Marinette stammered awkwardly. Cat Noir smirked.
Well, princess, actually I have two crushes. One is on Ladybug, and the other is on you.
Marinette froze. She was the other girl? What the heck? Thank you so much for listening. The next chapter should be out soon, and I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye for now.